as I mentioned here with our weather headlines, a little bit of light rain and drizzle out there today. A kind of a nuisance where you're just using the wipers every once in a while. And then some steadier rain tomorrow might add up to around a half inch of rainfall. Mostly dry this weekend after maybe a sprinkle left over early Saturday. And then we're looking at some more rain moving in late Monday, Tuesday next week before a chill on the way for our Thanksgiving Day. So 54 degrees today. Might be a little milder as you go south, a little cooler north. And it makes it feel chillier with the high moisture, humidity content, and just a light southeast breeze for today. All right, here's your stupid weather jokes, Thanksgiving related. What do you call a turkey that tells jokes? A comedian. Why did the pie go to the dentist? It needed a filling, which reminds me, I need to make a dentist appointment. I missed the last one, and I apologize. All right, why don't turkeys trust each other? Too much foul play. What do you call a group of musical sweet potatoes? A yam session. All right, here we go. How many days until Thanksgiving? It's just 7 days away. Earliest sunsets in 12 days. That's 5:22 p.m. Christmas, 35 days. Crazy. It's coming up. Springtime, 121 days away. There's a ton of weather history for today. 1900 major tornado outbreak. Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, 2 EF4s killed 15 people. Another EF4 headed to the center of Columbia, Tennessee. And we see this time of the year, it's a mix of snow history and also tornado history. This is kind of the secondary severe weather season this time of the year. 1914, Louisville sets a record low of 10. And in 1979, a blizzard struck Cheyenne, Wyoming, producing almost 20 inches of snow in 24 hours. A record total of 25.6 inches in 40 hours. Strong winds, creating huge drifts, stopping all transportation. 1985, Hurricane Kate, a late season hurricane, intensified to Category 3, moved to the west of Key West, Florida, 115 mile per hour winds. And then it made landfall in Panama City in Apalachicola, Florida. 2014, 4 days of lake effect snow, southern and eastern suburbs of Buffalo, resulted in about 5 feet of accumulation with 13 fatalities, hundreds of structural failures. A lot of crazy stuff there. And 2015, 10 years ago, Chicago's largest November snowfall in 120 years. That was like the polar vortex year. The season's first snowfall dropped 17 inches across Chicago's northern suburbs and nearly a foot at O'Hare International Airport. All right, we just talked about today's forecast tonight. 51 scattered showers, a light breeze, and Beverly loving the weather jokes or the Thanksgiving jokes. And Orlean saying, when do you think we'll have some sun? And be careful on that metal roof. Orlean, I think Sunday is your sunny day. And Lillian, you're welcome. Thanks for the encouragement with the jokes. So tomorrow is wet. Scattered showers throughout the day. We're going to see this with the weather models here in just a second. Normal high is 55, so we're actually going to see some milder temperatures tomorrow with the south breeze at least. And our sun sets now at around 5:27. Here's the big old 7-day forecast. Again, a little chance of rain into early Saturday. We'll give it a 100% chance of rain tomorrow. And then Saturday afternoon's dry. We're going to try to sneak in some peaks of sunshine, maybe late afternoon Saturday, and then some sunshine for Sunday at a high of around 60 there. We stay hovering near 60 Monday and Tuesday. Now, the GFS weather model, as I mentioned, is a little more eager with that rain, possibly a little light rain Monday afternoon, but the Canadian and the European weather model hold that rain off until late Monday night, and more so on Tuesday. Trying to get some golf in Wednesday, so I'm going to try my best to will Wednesday dry, but there might be a lingering shower Wednesday morning. Some chillier weather, 40s for Thanksgiving Day. Maybe a little breezy too, and then it gets kind of colder and colder, it looks like, through our Thanksgiving weekend, which we'll, again, take a look at here with our longer range weather models in just a second. We need big happy on these cloudy days. Day after day of cloudy days. Remembering to take that vitamin D as well. All right, live look outside. There's the gloom as it continues across the area. The roads are mostly dry, just a little bit damp here and there. And we'll continue to take a peek at the radar and satellite as we're gradually seeing this rain drift our direction, as you can see right here. So a big blob of rain around Cape Girardeau, Missouri, into western Kentucky. But it looks like that blob will stay to our southwest, and we're just going to spread in some light stuff for today. Just starting to see some of this light green sprinkly activity starting to spread toward Louisville and parts of southern Indiana. Down Interstate 64 westbound is where we're starting to see this light rain, a little steadier out towards the west around Evansville as well. So I would just call it kind of a nuisance rain today and then steadier rain for tomorrow. With that said, let's go ahead and fire up the weather models here, which we typically do right around 10:20. Right now it's about 10:18. I'm kind of a creature of habit. I came out of the news business after like 20-something years in the news business, and you always had to be on time. So I try to keep things on time for you. All right, so let's bring up the HRRR High Resolution Rapid Refresh Weather Model. So this is at 11 o'clock, and I would say it's doing a pretty good job. I mean, it's showing that blob out to our west of heavier rain and then some lighter stuff starting to move our direction. This is at 11 a.m., so this is about 40 minutes ahead. So that rain kind of bumping up to I-65, light rain. Going here to noon today, and just kind of going hour by hour into this afternoon. So again, it looks like the heavier rain rates are going to be stuck out west in western Kentucky, southwestern Indiana, and then we get mostly light bits and pieces heading our direction for this afternoon. This here is paused for you at 2 p.m. today. So not a total washout. I mean, it's even without this rain, there's still a little mist under the clouds, kind of foggy, and it's going to be that way anyway. It's just going to be kind of a damp day out there, whether it's a steady rain or not. All right, so that is a snapshot there at 2 p.m. today. I'm going to go to around 5, 6 o'clock, and you can see Kentucky a bit wetter overall than southern Indiana for later this afternoon and early evening time. I'm going to put this into the 48-hour version of the HRRR. I'm going to go to later on this evening. There you can see, again, this is at 9 p.m. today. Southern Indiana, a little drier than Kentucky is the trend for today. Now, I'm going to stop this at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we're getting up and at it for our Friday, November the 21st. And there is another wave of wet weather. Look how far that stretches out to the west. That is a big, elongated area of rainfall. And it is going to be moving our direction. So that's at 7 a.m. We'll progress here to around 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, heavier out west for the time being. And then we go to noon tomorrow, starting to see that scattered rain across the region, moving east. No severe weather expected with this, but there you can see the scattered showers that we're going to have around the area from time to time. Now, the difference tomorrow, this is at 3 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to get a south breeze kicking in for our Friday as this front lifts to the north a bit. While it will be wet, at least it should be milder. A lot of the areas should be able to make it into the 60s for our Friday. So at least it might feel a little bit more comfortable out there. All right, so then I'm going to go to around 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow evening for your Friday night. Got any Friday night plans? I would keep that rain gear handy. This right here is at 8 p.m. tomorrow. A lot of rain around the Ohio Valley, around the Commonwealth, around the Hoosier State, and surrounding the area. Now, this is going to add up to, I'd say, give or take about a half inch of rainfall in general across the area. Pushing ahead here to midnights going into early Saturday morning. This just slug of moisture lingering. This is 7 o'clock Saturday morning. We're starting to get on the tail end of this system finally. And we're trying to get it out of here. So now this is at around 10 o'clock Saturday morning. So hopefully by mid-morning Saturday when we're waking up, we're getting going, things are improving across the area. And then Saturday afternoon looks dry. Things are a whole lot better across the area. You can see that drier air moving into the region, which is certainly good news for us. I've never played around with this, but this is the cloud cover forecast. So you can see a lot of the clouds around early Saturday. And maybe Saturday afternoon we'll sneak in a little sunshine there. So this is the cloud forecast. We'll see if we can take this a little bit farther into our Sunday. So Sunday looks like we'll have a good deal of happy sunshine finally across the region. So there you go. That's the cloud forecast. Let's take advantage. Let's appreciate that sunshine because we're going to have a lot of clouds moving back in as we head into our Monday. Clear that guy out there. Let's switch into the GFS weather model as we look down the road here. So this is showing us our Sunday, the 23rd, sunshine across the area. Now, as we go into our Monday morning, ooh, that's not what we want. All the clouds returning to the area. So now we're going to draw a sad face as the clouds return. This is the sad time of the year, the seasonal affective disorder time of year. Clouds are no fun. And this just shows, this goes into our Tuesday, the 25th. Probably a lot of clouds still around the area. This is the 26th, a lot of clouds across the area. And then, hey, maybe as we head towards the 27th, it still shows a lot of clouds across the area. All right, let's get into, I'm going to fire up the rainfall again, and we're going to look to next week. And the timing is not perfect with this. I'm going to go here to the 24th. That's our Monday. And this is Monday afternoon with the GFS weather model. I am not agreeing 100% with this. The Euro has us moving in a lot later, more like Tuesday. So we've got some time discrepancies here for this Monday, Tuesday next rain system. We're going to be fine-tuning that with some better data. And it might be, when we finally get this system number 1 out of here early Saturday, that the models start to pick up better on the timing of early next week's system. Either way, there you can see that rain that lingers into our Tuesday. This is now going into the 25th. Trying not to go too fast here for you, but this is the 25th at 7 a.m. And then I'm trying to get the rain out of here. This is the 26th on Wednesday. Big travel day, of course, right before the holiday. Still a chance for a little lingering shower early Wednesday. I'm trying to get some golf in for my final championship match with my son. I don't like that solution. The Euro clears it out quicker than that. Anyway, you can see we've still got work to do with the timing early next week. But anywhere from late Monday to early Wednesday timeframe looks like some more rain on the way next week. All the models pretty much dry us out, though, for Thanksgiving Day. This is Thanksgiving. It's pretty quiet. Looks like there's a few sprinkles out west. Not a whole lot going on other than perhaps a temperature drop for our area. I'm just going to fire up the 500 millibar winds. This is the jet stream. And basically what it shows is a broad trough. So this is going into Friday, Black Friday, and into the weekend next week. And so what I'm seeing here, and hopefully you're seeing it too, there is a northwest flow component in the atmosphere here. And what that'll do is open up the door to some chillier air. So with that said, let's go ahead and bring up the chillier air. And now it's not as cold as what's happening way up to the north. I mean, it's crazy cold up here in northern Canada and Alaska. You got negative teens. That's fun stuff. All right, so we're not going to get that cold, obviously. But with that said, there's some chillier weather on the way. So this here is, let me go ahead. This is Friday, but let me go ahead and back up to Thanksgiving Day. This is 1 p.m. Thanksgiving Day. it's showing some 40s, chillier weather for Thanksgiving afternoon. So jackets and coats kind of weather. This is 7 a.m. Black Friday shopping. It looks like low temperatures around freezing, which is not too far from normal, really, for this time of the year. And then this is Friday afternoon next week. Chilly, okay? Chilly, but fairly quiet. And then I'm going into Saturday morning, the 29th. And hey, since we're going out on a limb, we're going to the long range. Here you go.